Okay, so the sound is, it starts with a conversation that I had with a bird watcher in Shetland Islands. And he walks the same route since 37 years along the beach to look for birds or part of birds that has been washed ashore, and he looks for oil stains on them. So to then check, and then if he finds oil, then he sends it to a lab, and then they check where the oil came from. So that's the starting point. So the text is kind of based on that and his relationship to the birds. So it's in his journey. So in the text he has a strong love for the birds, and he has a strong awareness, of the economic and in political and so on situation and the implication it has for these little birds, and and then for the whole environment. So it's really about, like, all my work is about this these fragile bodies and how that kind of they function in relation to kind of a capitalist world. So here this installation. So at one point he says that he runs on the beach and kind of in this shape, and he hopes that if he would collapse and kind of goes into this delirium, that maybe the bodies will disappear. So it's this moment where he kind of it's an expression of his desire to go on and on and on and kind of stick to his love, and even though he knows it's really disaster. So he says then that he wishes, that he imagines to be a ballet dancer describing the shape of a diamond. So in relation to this still life here, the salt for me kind of signifies this idea that that salt preserves the dead body, and also it damages a living body. So and also of course it's sea salt, so it relates to the material of the sea. And then in the Cultron there's used ballet shoes, kind of cut up. So it's this idea of eating a soup of used ballet shoes, and this fantasy or desire for a strong body, but as a fantasy. And also these different other symbols here, like the dust, the diamond shape that's made of the dust of the ballet shoes, and also one of the plates, or two actually, are broken plates. So it's this kind of this desire to be functional, but it's kind of impossible, and you would actually hurt yourself if you would eat from that. And then one is a bit of spillage, basically, of this ceramic.